Hi, do you want an emotional balancing sequence that makes you feel complete bliss at the end of the sequences for only 15 to 20 minutes? Then stay here. We're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to get seated into the easy position. So join me on the mat. And then from here, we're just going to center and just do regular breathing. Sit up tall. If you'd like to close your eyes, you can. If you want to leave them open, you can. This is your practice. So why are we seated in the centering position? Because it establishes internal quiet and emotional steadiness, helping shift from mental, emotional layers in your body into awareness. So just keep breathing. This sequence is going to take you through 5 layers of your body, and ultimately, hopefully we feel that bliss state afterwards. We're going to be using movement, breath, our minds, our subconscious mind to get through all those different layers to the last layer, which is bliss. So from here, we should be centered and feel grounded, and then we're going to move into a cat-cow for 6 rounds. So join me in a tabletop. And we're going to inhale on the cow and exhale on the cat. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And why are we doing this? Because it's a gentle movement that awakens the physical body and encourages smooth breath flow, preparing the body for deeper awareness. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And then exhale. And then from here, we're going to go into a transition. We're going to go into a down dog. Go ahead and push your hips up to the sky. Keep breathing. Keep your chest pushed to your thighs, your shoulders away from your ears. And then you're going to look in between your hands and you're going to walk or step forward. And then from here, we're going to just do a halfway lift and forward fold. So on the inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. 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 We're going to bend those knees and we're going to inhale all the way up and then exhale our hands to heart center. So why did we pick that pose? Because it quiets the physical body and supports inward attention, softens the mental layers towards introspection. So the next one that we're going to do is we're going to go into Warrior One with cactus arms. We want to get our heart open so we can really let our heart shine to feel that bliss body at the end of this. So in Warrior One, I'm just going to go ahead and take a step back with my right foot. And this is crescent, and then we want to make sure that our back foot is at a 45-degree angle. And then we're in a lunge position. So we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale the cactus arms. Inhale, 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 exhale. So why do we do this pose? Because our heart-centered, intentionally setting cultivates emotional courage and steady inner focus. Inhale, exhale. Supporting the emotional and the mental layers of our body. One more inhale, exhale, cactus arms. All right, we're gonna go ahead and step together and we're gonna repeat the same sequence on the other side. So our right foot is gonna be forward in a lunge and our left foot is gonna be at a 45-degree angle. We're gonna inhale up, exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, exhale, cactus arms. One more time, inhale, exhale, cactus arms. And then from here, we're gonna step forward to our mat, and then the rest of the sequences will be sitting. So please join me down on the mat in an easy pose. And from this easy pose, we are going to do a seated twist. So why a seated twist? Because it supports internal awareness and emotional clarity, helping us transition towards insight and that bliss body. So from here, I want you to go ahead and put your legs out. I want you to take your right leg over your left leg, and this might be all that you can do today. And then I want you just to go ahead and put your left elbow over a sit-up towel and maybe look to the back of the room if you can. If this is enough for you today, please stay here. If you do have the flexibility, go ahead and swing your left foot underneath, sit up straight, and then just look back at the back of the room, and we're gonna breathe here for 3. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Then we're going to switch sides. So whatever you're comfortable with today, if you want to stay here, if you want to swing your right leg back now, you can. Look to the back of the wall or whatever is behind you. And then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then I want you to turn back to the front of the room. And we are going to go into seated Ujjayi static breath. And we're going to do about 5 rounds of this. So it might take 2 minutes. And Ujjayi breathing is through your nose. Breathe in and out through your nose. And then you kind of want to close off your trachea. So it sounds like the ocean. So it sounds like this. We have 7 more before we take a break. Just remember, if any intrusive thoughts come into your brain, just focus on your breathing, that inhaling. Exhaling through the nose, inhale. 2 more. And 1 more. That soft, steady sound of Ujjayi breathing draws awareness inwards, quieting our mind and supporting our devoted focus on that bliss body. So now we're just going to return to a normal breath pattern. Just for 3 before we go back into our second round. And I'll probably only make this 2 rounds today, just because this is a demonstration, this is your practice. I want you to do as many rounds as you feel comfortable without overexerting yourself. This isn't challenging. This is emotional work, which we don't want to get our body into a high intensity state, which bumps up our heart rate and then also sends our nervous system into a synthetic fight or flight response. That's not what we want to do here in this practice. All right, so let's do 10 more Ujjayi breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Close your trachea off a little bit so you can hear that ocean sound. Three more. One more. And then I want you just to return to your breath. We're still going to stay in this seated position, because now we're going to do a seated chanting. And our chant is going to be Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. And we're going to chant this 10 times and then take a break and 10 more times. But it should really be a chanting sequence that lasts for a minute or two, but you can work up to that. And why are we doing this chanting? Because vibrational resonates, shifts awareness into the wisdom layer and opens the heart towards peace, unity, and bliss. So let us begin. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. 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 Om Shanti Shanti. Quick pause with a couple breaths. And then we're going to go back to Om Shanti Shanti. 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 All right, now after that, you can either stay in the seated position or you can go ahead and lay down, and we'll finish the next couple poses in that position. Or you can come into a stack position if your legs are, a little sore from sitting this whole time. And then from here, we're just gonna sit in quiet for just a couple minutes and sit in our mind with stillness with our breath. And breathe. This might be hard for some of us. I know just a couple years ago, I wouldn't even be able to sit in silence and just focus on my breathing and where I'm at in my body and my awareness. And now I'm just going to be quiet. Just breathe with me. If you get any intrusive thoughts, remember, focus on your breathing. So we're doing this because after chanting, we're resting in a peaceful,
created a peaceful resonance. So why are we doing this? Because we're resting in peace. It was created by chanting, which allows awareness to settle into spaciousness, compassion, and bliss body. Now we're going to move into a loving kindness metta offering. We're going to just do static breathing here for 1 minute. I'm going to come back to a seated position. If you want to keep your legs in the staff position, or if you want to lay down, you can. And I just want you to focus on the following phase during this 1 minute static breathing. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. And I'm going to repeat it for you while you close your eyes and just breathe. But still focus, please. So let's begin. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. May I be at peace. May I be held in compassion. So why do we do this loving kindness metta offering? To cultivate unconditional warmth and compassion, opening our heart into the bliss body qualities of peace, unity, and spaciousness. And the last pose that we'll be doing is the Shavasana, because Shavasana supports full integration of this practice and the deeper surrender, allowing ability to rest in the bliss body. So go ahead and join me in Savasana. Just let your feet splay out and your hands splay out. And just breathe. And thank your body for everything that it did in the sequence today, through the different movements, through the different breathing techniques, through the chanting, through the love and kindness, and then into the Shavasana, where we could come into our bliss body. I want you to take 3 breaths here and then join me in a seated position. And slowly come up into that seated position. Into the easy pose again. I hope you liked this sequence. I hope that you feel peace and happiness right now. Go ahead and follow my channel for more sequences for nervous system resetting to help you with trauma, addiction, anxiety, and depression, and everything that may come along with PTSD or chronic stress. Thank you. Namaste.